Introduction. When money becomes the measure of life. Never in human history has money held as much power as it does today. It defines our status, our opportunities, our relationships, and even how others judge our worth. In modern society, many have tied happiness and success to the number in a bank account, forgetting that money was never meant to be the destination, only the vehicle. Money helps us buy homes, travel, and support our families, and that's not wrong. What's wrong is when we let our lives revolve entirely around earning it, forgetting that money cannot replace meaning, dreams, or inner peace. The power of money and its temptation. There's no denying that money gives us power. It offers choice, freedom, and a sense of control. Yet, when placed in the wrong position, it becomes an invisible chain, binding us with worrying, comparison, and endless greed. We often hear people say, "When I have money, I'll be happy." But ironically, when they finally have it, they fear losing it and live with more anxiety than before. Money itself isn't evil. The problem is that we've given it too much authority over our lives. What is the true goal? A meaningful life needs purpose, to learn, to love, to create, to give, or simply to live with freedom and authenticity. Those are the true hearts of living. Money, then, is merely the fuel for the journey. No one drives a car just to fill the gas tank. Yet many live only to earn, without ever going anywhere. Ask yourself, if I already had enough money, what would I do tomorrow? The answer to that question is your real goal. And sadly, most people never dare to answer it. When money blinds the meaning of life, in the endless pursuit of success, many fall into the trap of financial achievement. We work tirelessly for higher pay, bigger houses, and fancier cars. But once we get them, the satisfaction fades in days, and emptiness returns. Why? Because we're chasing numbers, not purpose or emotion. Money can buy a house but not a home. It can pay for a doctor, but not for health. It can buy gifts, but not love. And by the time we realize this, we may have already lost time, youth, and those we love. Money and freedom. Understanding the balance. People say money brings freedom. But true freedom isn't being able to do everything you want. It's not being controlled by what you don't need. The one who has little but feels content is free. The one who has much but fears losing it is a prisoner. Freedom doesn't lie in how much money you have, but in your relationship with money. When you master it, it serves you. When it masters you, it enslaves you. Money is water. Let it flow the right way. Money is like water. It can nourish life or wash it away, depending on how you direct it. When you use money to learn, to help others, to create experiences and value, it becomes a positive current. But if you use it to prove yourself, to mask fear, or to buy recognition, it becomes a destructive tide. Money is clean only when it flows toward meaningful goals. Goals and means. The fine line. The line between earning to live and living to earn is thin. A person may start with noble dreams, but along the way, money clouds the vision, and they forget their why. When the true goal disappears, money becomes a substitute purpose. Work becomes just a paycheck, investments become mere profit. And the value of life is measured by return on investment, but life is not a business. Every moment has value, even if it doesn't produce income. Measuring success by fulfillment. True success isn't measured by how much money you make, but by how meaningfully you use it to live according to your values. Those who use money to love, to share, to grow, are truly wealthy. Those who hoard money but lose themselves, no matter how rich, remain poor because they lack a meaningful purpose. Work for passion, not just pay. One of the clearest signs that money has become the goal is when we choose a job only for income, not for value or joy. Passion doesn't mean fantasy, it means finding meaning in what you do. When you believe in your work, money follows naturally, not as a motivation, but as a result. Many of the most successful people didn't start by chasing money. They started by creating value for others. Money came later, as a well-earned consequence of meaningful work. Happiness doesn't live in a bank account. Happiness isn't about how much you have, but how you feel about what you have. A person with little but gratitude is happier than a billionaire who never feels enough. When you understand that money is only a tool, you'll live lighter, with less envy, less competition, and more contentment and joy. Money and morality. The responsibility of having it. With wealth comes responsibility, because money gives the power to influence lives. The truly rich are those who use their wealth to create jobs, support the vulnerable, invest in education, and spread kindness. Money, when used wisely, becomes an expression of love. But when used to feed ego and dominance, it turns into a weapon that destroys both others and oneself. Conclusion: let money serve life, not the other way around. Money should never be the goal, because the true goals of life are growth, freedom, and happiness. Money is just the bridge that helps us cross faster, but if we keep admiring the bridge and forget the destination, we'll never arrive. Earn money, but never lose your purpose. Grow rich, but don't become poor in spirit. Let money be a companion, not a master. Because in the end, what makes a life worth remembering is not how much we owned, but what we lived for.